All right, this is the daily chart of SPY. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I believe that the warning signs in this market were in December the 1st and the 2nd. Um, Not so much just by the charts and by the SPY, but by scans. In other words, comparing a bullish and bearish setups. Now, the thing about this market is, what was very tricky about it was that both the bears and bulls were making money. And I'll give you an example here. I mean, you had the banking stocks. So, or let me give you an example. So, ISIS. I mean, this was the only confirming buy stock that worked very well. And this happened in December. And only one, though, by the way, only this one here. The other breakout stocks that I mentioned to my chart witness followers, they could not confirm. The ISIS, and then again, stocks like C, the banking stocks. Why do I say bullish, bearish? Because the banking stocks were still bullish, but they reversed on the 9th, giving there was a negative signal here, even though it was still going up. This is something warning here, and then they pulled us back. Still, setting up the stock, but this was a breakout stock, and so even the banks were misleading. But what wasn't misleading? In other words, so I wasn't really focusing on watching for the negatives because there were bullish stocks working out, like the bank stocks, right? And it's very misleading. And let me show you what I mean. So, and I'm going to talk about Facebook as well here, Cat. So Caterpillar, I remember some traders. Now this is again November. This just around December, right? I mean, December the 1st. That's what we're talking about. Well, Cat already had reversed into a very negative zone. I mean, look at this beautiful fall here. 10-point drop. I mean, this is beautiful. I don't know whether I would have held for that drop because of this, but then we even reversed. I mean, this is just this day here was a little bit. They could not confirm it. And then, I mean, this was a beautiful drop. But, a lot of traders were bullish here, right? And I want to make a point here about Facebook as well. The key for me was, yeah, okay, but can it bust above the 107? And you know something, just because things look good, look what can happen, right? Confirmation is key. So I'm going to bring Facebook up here. Facebook's in this, it's not being able to drop it. I consider this bullish. I mentioned this on my stream. However, now that I looked at the market in both the positive and negative view, the only difference is that we've had a significant drops, like stocks like CAT, for example. Because they've had a significant drop, there's a good chance that some stocks could bounce, and that means if things are going to bounce, they're going to be the ones that are strong, or like the ones that could go up a lot more. If we get a bit of a market bounce. But the market's going to be choppy. It's not going to be easy. It would be something like Facebook. But I believe that it's very critical that Facebook really takes out that 78, 50 to 79 area on some strong volume and maintain above that level. It's time for this to start showing the power if it really wants to hit the 88 targets. It could be a huge winner, this stock, especially if we get there within a 2-week period. However, we need to confirm because, look, like I said, Caterpillar is an example. A lot of people thought it was very bullish over here, and it only rolled over, right? And it did look pretty good. The problem was it really needed to take out a little bit higher, and sometimes it's just that little bit, people. I mean, everybody thinks, oh, yeah, it's gonna go. No, I'm telling you. That's why I talk about confirmation and volume, because it's so important. And the market didn't make this easy because both bulls and bears are making money. I mean, Apple was a huge winner for me, AAPL, and even though things were starting to get negative, but look at this flash crash. And so what I'm getting at is that the market does not make it very clear. There are warning signs. There was something, right? But it comes more in what I believe at the scans, what I do. In other words, I check how many stocks are bullish to bearish ratio. And I didn't do that because I was so caught up in the winning trades of stuff like Apple and ISIS, even though other things wouldn't confirm. The scans, I believe, showed there were, especially cat. I mean, cat would have came up on the scan. I just didn't bother. And so my point being here is the markets are not easy. And just when you think something is bearish, things can turn around and be bullish. And just when you think things are very bullish, things can turn around and be very bearish. And the market does not make it very easy and clear. But what was tricky about it is both bulls and bears were making money right up. But it was really a bear game. And one of the signals here was a Caterpillar dropping and reversing like that. And I mean, look at it, was looking bullish, right? Look at this. Look at this. But it didn't confirm some key numbers on my chart. And I remember some traders thinking, oh, Caterpillar wants higher, and yet it failed, and it failed miserably. So there you have the an update of the market. So right now, Facebook, to my chart witness followers or any new people, I'm really watching to see if there's any strength in that key number. I mean, this thing really favors higher numbers, but you know something, it takes nothing for Facebook to collapse. Facebook collapsing below $75 a share, and all bets are off, and the stock could go lower. It could come and fill this gap. So what I'm getting at is this is not an easy market conditions, right? So if the stock can't show the power and the volume, I would not even take it at 79, right? This really needs to hold the 79.80 area. And if you have to pay a little higher for that power and proof, so be it, because you know what, this stock here can go either way. And that's what I want to make a point of. And how can I make that point clear? Well, I mean, the only thing this stock of Caterpillar has is, don't forget, the market wasn't so bearish back in November the 24th, great? You know what I'm trying to say, people? So, yet it couldn't confirm it. It looked bullish. See, we go to the SPY. So what I'm getting at is the market isn't, you look at the 24th, I mean, the market was still okay. The warning signs were right in the beginning of December, in my opinion, and of course a combination of the scans. I did take brief looks, and the numbers were much higher to the downside, and yet it wasn't very clear yet. This market needed to show thing. You know what? It became clear through the scans, like stocks like Caterpillar breaking down, right? Because by December the 1st, Caterpillar was getting close to a major breakdown. Especially this was a stock a short below 98.5, for example. And as soon as this was taken, as soon as we confirmed on heavy volume to the downside, the stock took a nice little dump. So just like things can look bearish, people, it can reverse. And the same thing with Facebook. However, Facebook has one thing in its favor. The market has pulled back significantly, and yet it has maintained a strong trend. However, proof is in the pudding. It looks good, but let it show it. Let the proof, let it confirm. And if it can confirm, I've said that the targets, I think the stock is ready to hit $88 a share. There's not very many good stocks that are looking good, so the pickings are slim, and the market's going to be choppy, I believe, because a lot of stocks have gone down. So I mean, this is a good stock to watch. I mean, it looks like money wants to go into Facebook, but you know what? Like everything, confirmation is key. Thanks for listening. Like the video.